Yes, brother.
Sheikh, I was very interested in what you said about having a will and a sense of wanting to do the best you can and achieve perfection. And what you said was a way to that happens is if you do it with the intention that you're doing it for Allah, Allah then helps and contributes and makes it happen even better than you expected. So for me, I would like to maybe get your advice on what's the way to get there in that regard. Because when I do something, I must admit I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for my family or for my job or for me. There's a lot of me in my life. So to make that leap to the next step where you're doing it actually for Allah, is there something that would remind me to do that, to make that happen even more?
Thank you very much for that. Maybe just to add something before we answer the question is that one day the Holy Prophet ﷺ met with one of his companions, and he shook hand with him, and his hand was so rough, and he said, "What's wrong with you?" He said, "It's because I'm working so hard, digging, I'm doing hard stuff." The Holy Prophet kissed his hand. The Holy Prophet kissed his hands. And he said, "These are the hands which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves. You are working hard for your family, but at the same time, you are doing something for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that is by helping your family." Now, what we are supposed to do is to have that awareness. I'm doing for myself. I'm going to gym in order for me to have good health. It's me, maybe my family, my close members of family. But at the same time, what is the end result? So that I can, if I want to wake up at night for Salatul Layl, it's easy for me. If I want to go for Juma running, it's easy for me. So the end result will be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But yes, you need to have the awareness that this is not me and final me, but it is me for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, maybe there are few points to help. In the lesson of akhlaq, when they ask us to treat some diseases of the souls which we have, they say there are methods of doing that. One, if you have a good friend, you can ask him to follow you up or to check your steps, and then he can come and correct you by saying, "You know what, brother, mashallah, this week you did very well. But this week, no, you didn't. So you have to correct yourself." And based on this, the Holy Prophet says, "Al-Muslimu mir'atul Muslim." A believer is a mirror of another believer. So I rectify your mistakes as a mirror. But the second step, scholars of akhlaq, they say you need to stand in front of mirror every morning when you go out. I wonder really why in these English houses you see a mirror, while in our countries you don't see a mirror before you go out. Maybe because of that, talking to yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, you are going to work. But remember, you are going to work for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You need to remind them. If you have mobile phone maybe, you need that alarm in the middle of work. It comes as a message. Work for the sake of Allah. Or you have a car, stick a piece of paper there for the sake of Allah. Slowly and gradually, inshallah, it will come. That whatever you do, it will be for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But it doesn't mean it is a negative when you say, I work for myself. No, myself, yes, you have to work for yourself, but then remember the end result is for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wallahu a'lam. Yes.
You mentioned earlier hadith of Imam Jawad al-Islam saying that niyat is more important than amal. But amal is also important, obviously, as you said. If there's a failure of amal to be executed in someone's life, is the place of punishment barzakh or the hereafter on Yawm al-Qiyamah? Is barzakh a place where the failure of amal to be executed may be expiated in a way?
Barzakh is the beginning of our journey to Yawm al-Qiyamah. I don't know if anyone knows, please help one another on this particular issue. I don't know which a'mal Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will start punishing us in our graves before Yawm al-Qiyamah. But if you look at different books of Adhabul Qabr, punishment of the grave, it means that there will be some punishment which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will punish us for that. Of course, Salah will come to help us in our graves in Barzakh. Now, on the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah, that is the final judgment. Then it is either paradise or hell. But in the grave, of course, Allah will send us those angels to come to punish us for things which maybe we didn't take much care of. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us for those. But now the issue of intention here is very important, because if Allah will look at your intention and look at your a'mal, this is actually maybe the general meaning of this hadith. Look at your a'mal, look at your intention. He sees the intention was pure, but your a'mal, maybe there was shortcoming here and there. So the intention will help, rather than only depend on your deeds and action and there was no intention. So because of intention, and it is intention which will make us be rewarded or punished, we need to be aware of our intentions. Yes, brother.
Yes, brother. Living in the Western society and this capitalist system that we have, and coming more to the UK, where the banking system, everyone is obviously affected, and you've got the issue of interest. A lot of the Muslim sects, I'd say mostly the majorities, have a major issue with the actual sood, which is actually charged interest, whether it be a bank, whether it be a mortgage. In the Jafri fiqh, in regards to UK, so present-day Muslims here, or as a Shia, is there an issue in regards to taking mortgages, which I think affects most of the people here today, including the banking and all the other products, financial products attached to it?
And also, can you get the interest as well if you have a deposit account?
If we can start with the last part, you are not allowed to take any money which is not yours. So interest, if it is the money which you didn't deposit it in the bank, you didn't deposit, what you deposited maybe was 500 and then they gave you 512, that 12 pound is not yours. Now, can I take it? Can I leave it? It is here actually, there is ijma, consensus that don't take that money. Don't take by meaning don't spend it, it's not yours. Can I take it and pass it to someone who is in need? Can I take it and pass it to Marja? Can I take it and give it to any institution in order for them to use it? There is difference of opinion there. That if you don't take it in some banks, the way we were informed, the money will be taken, the bank will never spend that money, it will give it to a charity to spend it. And some of those charities are non-Muslim charities. They go and do their mission work. Some of those actually is to make Muslims leave their religion and become non-Muslims. So based on this, they say better take it, don't spend it, but maybe you can ask ijazah from Marja or give it to him or give other scholars who know whatever they can do it for that. Yes, please.